Cutthroat Island is an action-adventure movie that was released on December 22nd, 1995. It is with Gina Davis and Matthew Modine. This movie is notorious for being a huge flop, and while it does have a sizable amount of people who enjoy it, I feel like it's not enough. I feel this reputation is undeserved. So here I am about to defend this movie. We are going to start with the story. The story follows Morgan Adams, who is a female pirate who, after her father gets killed, goes to search for a distant island called Cutthroat Island that has a fabulous treasure. Only problem is that a piece of the map that leads to it is in Latin, and she needs somebody who speaks Latin. That person ends up being William Shaw. Overall, this is actually a pretty fucking good story. First of all, it is set in 1668. That alone makes this movie pretty unique. The 1500s and the 1600s are a time in history that is often forgotten. In history class, the only thing I really learned about was the history of Thanksgiving, which happened around that time. But there are actually some pretty fascinating things that happened during that period. This is the time of the samurai, but it's also when knights wielded guns, and of course, pirates. This is the time... Oh wait. But the characters are pretty fucking strong too. Morgan is a badass female pirate, but actually a damn good, strong female character. She is pretty capable in battle. Not quite Mary Sue levels of capable, but still very capable, which I honestly prefer. Even male characters of the past were pretty vulnerable at times, and there was a chance that they wouldn't make it out alive, and those movies made that clear. This is what a lot of people who advocate for diversity really seem to forget. Also, Morgan is shown to have fucking emotions as well. And of course, she doesn't hate men. She really looks up to her father, and the whole reason that she went on to go to look for Cutthroat Island is because she made a promise to her father on his deathbed. While most of the crew she has are males, she is generally pretty friendly toward them. She even drinks a lot of rum, like a pirate would. It is also implied that she's a little promiscuous, but that's just how pirates kind of were. But I really fucking love the dynamic between Morgan and Shaw. She starts off not entirely hostile toward him, but definitely not the nicest toward him. She clearly doesn't trust him because, well, he does lie a lot, so it is understandable that she wouldn't trust him. But you get a sense that she kind of has a soft spot for him. Because Shaw actually has a lot in common with her, and I think Morgan knows. That is actually a pretty genius workaround that puts it in stark contrast to a lot of movies that have the woman acting fucking hostile toward the male main character for really no good reason. But also not have her praise him like a god either. But to be fair, she does start acting nicer toward him after she saves him from quicksand, because Shaw actually makes a good point. The thing about liars is that you never know when they're telling the truth. Also, the soldiers of England and the rival pirates are pretty heartless bastards with little to no redeeming qualities. Which, for the case of the former, there was some truth to that back then. I also think when Morgan got shot, it led to some pretty good tension. I mean, she gave herself a little bit of medical treatment, which is strictly more believable than going for literal hours without medical treatment. But I can't talk about good things about the story without talking about what they did for the ending. If you have not seen this movie, I recommend you skip to the time stamp in the description. In the climax, it makes it seem like that Morgan and Shaw were unable to get the treasure when they find it. When the ship explodes, they survive. It makes it seem like they are going to do the whole, oh, we don't need the treasure because there's more important shit in life. I'm a bit mixed on that. On the one hand, it could be saying that I would be happy even if we didn't have the treasure, which is a legit mindset to have. On the other hand, it would have made this whole adventure fucking pointless. But it turns out that Morgan actually managed to pull the treasure out with the barrel. I'm actually pretty goddamn happy that they went that route. It just makes the ending extra happy. It's like getting candy from a haircut place. You don't really need it, but it's still nice to have. Now, as for the action scenes, they're pretty fucking awesome. They have plenty of swordplay, fight scenes, uses of guns, and lots of explosions. It is filmed and edited extremely well. I mean, it was directed by the same guy who did Die Hard 2, so you know it's going to be goddamn great. The production values are pretty good. The cinematography is good. The editing is especially good. There's some really fucking good use of slow-mo in this movie. The sound and sets are pretty good. The music is actually pretty nice. It sounds very bombastic and lively. I also kind of dig the choir in the background. I won't say it's as good as John Barry or Ennio Morricone or even Alan Silvestri, but those are pretty tough guys to beat when it comes to musical scores. Overall, Cutthroat Island is a movie that did not deserve to flop at the box office. I mean, I won't pretend that it's the best movie ever, but I think it is a lot better than what people give it credit for. It has a pretty solid cast of characters, great action scenes, and solid production values. I even think the monkey was going to be pretty annoying, but he was actually pretty tolerable. And when he gave the salute to Morgan, that was enough to make me smile. So yeah, this movie has a lot of charm, and I really enjoyed myself watching it. I give Cutthroat Island 4 out of 5 stars with the title of awesome. Anyway, I'm Spike Robot. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel, and feel free to support me on Patreon and follow me on Instagram. Support me on Patreon, you get exclusive updates of my next video. And if you follow me on Instagram, you can see all the pictures I took in Venice, Italy, so go check those out if you want. See you next time on The Freedom Jingos.